today for Yoga in Our City's virtual studio class for chair yoga. I'm Anne, and I'm so happy that you all joined me tonight because we're going to have a really dynamite session. Please consult a medical practitioner before engaging in any exercises, including yoga. And this is very important if you are pregnant, if you're nursing, if you have any pre-existing conditions, and or if you're taking medication. Now, for this session, we're going to focus on our breath with our movements, and I'm going to walk you through each of the asanas, and we will talk about the benefits of each. Now, in addition, just so you know, when we look at our bodies, and you look at your body, we can have different ranges of motion and flexibility depending upon our, of course, individual selves, okay? So I can be very flexible in my upper body, but maybe I'm more rigid in my lower body. We also have the left body and the right side. So one may be more flexible than the other. So just be aware of that. And remember, this is self-care and self-love. We always take care of ourselves. And in yoga, we always want to be safe and secure. So I'm going to start out showing you some props. Now, I always have a blanket, especially during the cool down session, which is at the end, when we move into relaxation and meditation. So if you have a blanket, you can either wrap it around you, or you can use it for another reason, okay, to kind of prop it behind your chair. So when we do our sitting mountain, which I'm going to show you next, you'll have something behind you so we won't lean back and slump. In addition, we have I call this a strap, but it's an elastic band. You may also have a yoga strap, but I prefer this because it's smaller and I feel like I have more control. But you have whatever is necessary for you, whatever's comfortable. Some people prefer even using a scarf, okay? Whatever floats your boat, you can use. And then, of course, we have our blocks. The blocks serve different purposes. You'll notice at the end when we do a relaxation, we're going to use our blocks, but they're also very important for sitting mountain if your feet do not touch the floor. So maybe you have a chair that's high and you may want to use the blocks so your legs are facing down and your feet are secure on the blocks. Okay? So let's begin. So to start, we're going to move to the front of your chair or the edge of your chair. But again, you want to be safe and secure. Now, if you have a chair with a back like I do, perfectly fine. I have no arms. You may have arms on your chair. Again, whatever works. The only thing that's very important is we want a chair that's very safe and secure. This one, the legs are very strong, powerful. And if I rock back and forth, the chair doesn't move. Okay, so it's solid. In this way, I do feel safe and secure. Also, I have my mat underneath the chair, and this allows for no slippage. Okay, for example, it's not going to be my chair on a wooden floor because sometimes maybe they may be a little slippery or whatever. Okay, so we're going to start with sitting mountain, and sitting mountain is our foundational pose. Anytime you need to rest or relax as we move through the session, you come back to sitting mountain. It's an active sitting position. So I'm going to invite you again to come to the front of the chair. Again, you want to have your body in the shape of an L. The feet are flat on the mat or the floor in front of you. And we always work from the bottom up. Okay, so we always want to have our foundation, just like a strong tree that has the roots, okay, in the ground. That's also what we're accomplishing now, is to have that strong, firm foundation. So take your feet, and I'm going to take off my socks so you can see what I'm talking about. And you'll notice that we have this cushiony part of our foot, which is right below the toes and also on the heel. So there's going to be 3 points on the foot that we're going to concentrate on, which will be one right under the thumb, the large toe, and then near the pinky. You could feel the cushiony part, and then the heel. So put the feet flat on the floor and get on your toes and push down in the cushiony part, and then lower the heels. So now you are engaged in the first part of the sitting mountain. Then we're going to take our hands, fists, put them right between our knees. And this is the width that your legs should be separated. And you're going to walk the hands up the legs, and then you'll feel the fleshy part. And when you get to the top, the sits bones, not the sits bones, the hip bones will be perfectly aligned. So now we're sitting up. In addition, we're going to take our right hand and move the fleshy part of our buttocks, and you can feel your sits bones there, and then the opposite side. And if you kind of move back and forth, you'll feel that alignment. You'll feel your body in active sitting mountain. This is a very active pose. Then we're going to take our fingers, press them right beneath the belly button, and we're going to zip up right to the top of the head and down to the back. So we want each part of our spine also to be lengthened. Now we're going to move to our chin, and we're going to take the fist again. You can take the little pinky and put it right under the chin. And you want to have your chin parallel to the ground in front of you. And when we look up, we want to be sure that we do not hyperextend the neck. So the farthest we're going to look up and focus will be where the wall meets the ceiling. We also call this spot the drishti. This helps us to focus and to help our minds not to scatter and move all around like running horses, okay? So coming back into sitting mountain, you're going to take the shoulders now, and you're going to bring them forward up to the ears, and then push back. So you're opening the chest. You're leading forward with the heart. Now, this allows the exchange of oxygen, the inhalation and the exhalation, and the release of toxins through the exhalation. So now again, we're engaged back into sitting mountain, and we're going to utilize all the muscles in the lower body. We want to make them strong and be aware of them. So it's almost like we're tightening up the lower portion of the body, but try to relax the upper portion. So again, coming back into sitting mountain, active pose. And this also prevents us from slumping backwards or coming forward. So we want to have that beautiful alignment of the lower body and the upper body. And simply breathe. Then you're going to take your fingers again and come back to that zipper and zip up right to the top of the head and right down the back of the spine. Remember, we have the 3 sections of our spine, and each of the discs aligned perfectly and like an axial. So we want to always lengthen and strengthen the spine. but it has its natural curves and natural movement. Okay. Now, let's just shake it out a little bit and let's come into our intention. We always have an intention for our practice. And the intention I chose for us this evening is I open to my inner wisdom, because all the answers of how your body feels and responds lies within yourself. This is the gift of yoga. We don't compare ourselves to anyone else, because this yoga, chair yoga, is for everybody, no matter whether you are, again, super flexible or whether you have a very limited flexibility, whether your range of motion is really completely flexible or not. So this chair yoga is for everybody. And whatever asanas or postures we're used to seeing done on a mat or on the ground, we have improvised and we have different postures. And the gift is there are different levels of flexibility. So within each asana or posture, you're going to see the various levels. And wherever you feel comfortable, no ouches, remember, that's the level you stay at. And we'll go through that. So coming back to the intention, let's say it out loud 3 times, and you can either whisper or say it out loud. I open to my inner wisdom. I open to my inner wisdom. I open to my inner wisdom. Take a nice inhalation and exhalation. Allowing those words to marinate inside of you. I open to my inner wisdom. Now, coming back to sitting mountain, I'm just going to move a little bit back and forth, and you could do the same. We're going to move into pranayama or breath. And tonight we're going to be doing 2 breaths. The first breath is most important, is that we become extremely aware of our breath. Remember, that's our life force. Our breath allows us to be oxygenated. It helps us to be alert during the day. And it also serves so many purposes. It nourishes our whole physical being and also our mental being and well-being. We need oxygen for our brain, okay, to function cognitively. So I'm going to invite you to come back into your sitting mountain and bring the awareness to your belly. Because when we breathe, we have the breath coming all the way down to the base. We have these lobes, and we want to fill our lungs with oxygen, starting with the base or the belly, the rib cage, and the upper. Now, if you've joined me in the other sessions, we did do the 3-part breathing, or as we call dirga pranayam. However, for tonight, we're not going to get into that, but if you remember it, you're just going to simply move the breath in and out, preferably inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose and or mouth. And remember, when we inhale through the nose, what happens is it warms the air before it comes down to our lungs. In addition, inside our nose are the little hairs, and those serve a purpose. They cleanse the air that we're inhaling before we bring it down into our physical body. Because remember, the breath is nourishing every cell, every muscle, our lymph system, the whole part of us. For all of us, everybody, this is what we're going to do. So again, I invite you to just take a check on your sitting mountain. And then close your eyes and just be still and simply breathe, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose and or mouth. And you're not going to do any counting for this breath unless you need to do that quietly to yourself. But I'd like you to observe your breath. Simply be the witness. Observe your breath without any judgment. Now notice the quality of your breath. What is your rhythm like? Is it smooth? Or is your breath seem choppy? Be aware of the length of your breath. As you inhale, is it a nice full inhalation? And as you exhale, a nice full exhalation. And notice that. Bring your awareness to that, to the length of your breath. And let's take 3 more full breaths. And then when you completed the cycle, you can open up your eyes. And you may want to just shake out the fingers, shake out the hands, shake out the whole body, upper, lower, moving back and forth in the chair. Sometimes after sitting in the sitting mountain, we may feel a little stiff. So we just need to move, get the body moving, a little bit more motion. Now, the next breath is called a straw breath. And this one is very simple. You're going to inhale through the nose, nice full inhalation. And as you exhale, you're going to visualize that you have a straw in your mouth, separate your lips slightly, and exhale. So again, it's going to be an inhale. Blow through the straw, exhale. Now, before we begin the straw breath, I'm going to ask you that on the exhalation, be aware of exhaling fully, okay? Getting again, the toxins out. So the exhalation may be a little bit longer than the inhalation, and that's perfectly fine. So I'll do the counting. We're going to do 10 full straw breaths. So again, find that spot where you're comfortable in sitting mountain. Ground the feet on the floor in front of you. And if you're comfortable, you can keep the hands, palms down on the thighs, or you may want to take one of your hands, maybe your left, and place it on your belly, and your right across your chest or near your heart. And let's begin. Oh, by the way, you may leave your eyes open or close. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And I'll keep count. You just keep doing the straw breath. And just simply relax. Again, notice the quality of your breath. How do you feel? Now, you may have felt that 10 was a little bit too much. So, if you need to stop at any time, this is self care, self love, you can do that. You only do what you're comfortable doing. But do notice how you feel. Notice your breath, the length of it, the quality of your breath. And how do you feel? Are you relaxed? Calm? Because the straw breath does balance out the left and the right side of the brain, in the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So usually people respond that they're very calm after that. Okay, now next we're going to do warm-ups. Within the warm-ups, some of them will have the levels of flexibility, okay? Because maybe in some of the warm-ups, you may not be able to extend the arms as far as we maybe can, or somebody else can. So let me start. So first of all, we're going to awaken the spine, the joints, and the muscles. So to start, we're going to take the hands and interlace them. And depending upon your range of flexibility, you may only be able to raise your arms or your elbows this high. That would be level 1. Then level 2, maybe you can raise your elbows and your hands interlocked here. Or you may be in level 3. You're going to take the interlocked hands and place them at the top of your head, elbows open. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands and press down on the top of the head, but raise the head up. So now you're lengthening the spine. And breathe. Now you may be on level 2, which would be right here. And for this, again, you're going to take the hands, interlock them, and this time just press down, visualize like you're pressing down towards your lap, but you're moving your upper body up towards the ceiling. And again, you're lengthening the spine. And breathe. Then we're going to move into, you could place the hands comfortably by your sides of your chair. Then we're going to move into seeing the range of motion in our spines. So for this, we're going to do the cat-cow. And for those of you that have done the cat-cow, we're simply going to inhale and exhale. And as we inhale, we're going to come forward and round the back out. And as we exhale, we're going to arch. And let's do this 6 times. This feels really wonderful on my lower back. Again, we want to see our range of motion. And you may be only able to move slightly. That's perfect. Just connect the breath with the movement. And then after you're completed with the 6, perfect. Now we're going to go into our fingers, the joints and the fingers. Remember, we use our hands and our fingers for so many daily functional activities we maybe do, from getting up to brushing our teeth to washing our face, etc., making a cup of tea, coffee, whatever. So let's start with the fingers. And what I'd like you to do is place the fingers out in front of you. The palms could be facing out. And then simply take each of the fingers and tap. So thumb, index, middle, and then pinky. So let's move 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's shake the hands out. And let's clasp the hands and do some wrist movements. Nice warm-ups. And then we're going to reverse. Now, in one of the sessions, if you were here, we talked about cross-lateral movements or exercises. Now, what this does is it's very good for our cognitive strength in our brain or our mind, okay? It keeps us very aware. But this is what we're going to do. So you're going to raise the right hand, and first you're going to take the thumb and you're going to touch the index finger, and then you're going to move it right through the other side. But this is where it becomes a little tricky. Now we're going to take the left and we're going to raise it up, but the thumb is going to start with the pinky and move forward. Now, I like to look at my fingers while I do this. So if you can, let's begin. Thumb with index, thumb with pinky, and then we're going to move it right across. So we should be landing on the opposite. So thumb, index, thumb, pinky. Let's do it one more time. Both sides. Oh, well, I think I got a little mixed up there. And then shake out the hands. So this balances the right and the left side of the brain. Okay, so our brains are working as one unit. And now let's come back into sitting mountain. So far we've done a few warm-ups in the joints. Now we're going to move to the hands on our shoulders if we can. Now for your level of flexibility, maybe you can't get your arms up this high, so then just stay wherever you are. Maybe this is where you are, or maybe it's just simply by the sides of your body. Wherever you are, there's no worries, okay? Just notice your own range of motion and of flexibility. So now we're going to take the hands, place them on our shoulders, And inhale and exhale, turn to the right. Feel a nice twist, and then the opposite. Always connecting the breath with the movement. Now, if we want to get a little bit more into this, as we move the right elbow, we're going to move the head over our right shoulder. And then the opposite. You may feel a nice stretch through the neck. Exhale as we come around. And let's do 2 more times, both sides. Nice warm-ups. Great. Now, wherever your range of motion is, whatever level you're on, 1, 2, or 3, the next one will be you're going to take the hands and back on the shoulders or by the sides of the body, or maybe way down, level 1. And we're going to simply make shoulder rolls. Now, if we're here, we're going to come around, still moving the shoulders, and reverse. Now, if we're in level 2, we can place the hands here and do the same thing. So wherever your range of motion is. And reverse. And you may be on level 1, so hands will be down the sides and you'll still be doing the shoulder rolls. And next we're going to move into the legs. So we're going to raise the left leg up and the right arm up. Now again, depending upon your level of flexibility, you may only be able to move the left leg out slightly, okay? Wherever you are, or you may want to just go on your tippy toes. So again, that cushiony part of the bottom of your feet is sinking on the mat or on the floor in front of you. So let's do that. We'll do each side. So again, we're doing that cross lateral movement. So left leg up, right arm up. Opposite. Now remember, the upper body may be very flexible and the lower body just the opposite. So you go according to your wisdom of your body. So maybe I can move my lower body, but maybe my upper body, I can only raise my hand so far or my arm. So let's do that again. Left and right. Cross lateral movements. Now, the last movement for our warm-ups will be, we're going to take the feet and place them on the floor in front of you, coming back into sitting mountain. And we're going to move the toes out and the heels out and in. So you're going to kind of walk them over. So you're getting a nice movement through the ankles. So heel, toe, heel, toe. And what we'll do for the cross lateral is, as we move, we're going to take the hand and right hand comes on left and left on right. And then we're going to cross over left on right and right on left. And then the opposite. Still moving those feet, those ankles, getting it all moving, exercising, toes out and heels out, out and in. Very good for the ankles. If you have tender ankles, you may feel that this is a lot. Maybe you only need to do it once or twice to get the benefits of it. Okay, so whatever it is, again, self-care, self-love. Okay, now we're going to relax. So let's just come back to sitting mountain and connect with the wisdom of our body. And simply breathe. Oh, I didn't mention before, but I always have some nice warm water just in case I need to quench my thirst. All righty, now we're going to move into the bridge pose. Now, the bridge pose is an excellent pose to lengthen the spine, also to nourish all the internal organs of the body. So the blood, oxygenation, everything flows. It also helps to realize that the abdominal muscles, we use that in the bridge pose, okay? So we want to engage our abdominal muscles because remember the core or our belly here has a direct reflection on our lower back. So now for the bridge pose, we're going to do 3 levels again. So level 1 would be simply the hands by the sides of the body or on the sides of the chair. This would be level 1. And you're going to just move the shoulders back into the bridge pose. This would be level 1. Now, level 2 would be you may be able to take the hands and place them farther back on the chair. This would be level 2. Now you can feel an additional inhale. As you exhale, come back into that full stretch, arching, opening the chest, and breathe. You want to be very careful of the neck. Now you may be on level 3. Level 3, we would I'm going to go to the side so you can see. I'm going to interlace my fingers behind me. And for level 3, I'm going to arch my back and breathe. Nice, full bridge pose. And breathe. Now notice we're opening the top part of the body, right? Of the chest, I should say. The clavicle is stretching. Our lungs are getting rejuvenated in oxygenation all through the lungs, the exchange of oxygen, and then it's moving through our whole body. Okay, now after the bridge, we're going to come back into sitting mountain and find your spot. Engage your lower body. And remember the intention, I open up to the wisdom of my body. The next asana or posture we're going to do is the forward fold. So we're going to inhale. On the exhalation, we can slide the hands and come forward as far as we can without compromising any part of the body or feeling any ouches. So this would be level 1, forward fold. Now the feet, if you'd like to engage the toes, you can come up on the toes or the balls of the feet and breathe. Now level 2 would be sliding the fingers a little bit farther down. So now you can feel your spine lengthening and strengthening. And breathe. Or you may be on level 3. You're going to slide all the way down and come into a forward fold. Now you can really feel, I could feel the stretch in the lower lumbar, sacrum, stretch and open and breathe. Now inhale Slide back up. And wherever your level of flexibility is, stay there. So again, take care of yourself, and you know through the wisdom of your body which level you're at. So level 1, you could keep the hands right by the sides or on the thighs and come forward. Level 2, a little bit further down so you feel the stretch in the spine, or level 3. You feel the elongation, and breathe. 3 full breaths. If you want to relax the neck, you can just let it hang. And then sliding the fingers up the legs. And then for the last one, let's do the forward fold. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. Wherever you are in your level of flexibility, I'm in level 2. And breathe. Beautiful. And sliding the hands back up the legs. And now let's just rock on our sits bones back and forth, getting a little bit of a side stretch here. So what we can do too to get more of a side stretch is take the right hand and just let it slide to the side of the chair, and then the left. So you can feel the movement where the upper body meets the lower, and you're also increasing the synovial fluid around the hips. It's a nice hip opener. Okay. Next, asana will be the knee to chest. This is very good for your digestive system because as we do the knee to chest, you're contracting the intestines. They're contracting, so lots of blood flowing, lots of oxygen in the release of carbon dioxide. Okay, so let's start with level 1 for knee to chest. Let's do one leg at a time. We'll start with the right. So you may be at level 1, which will simply be take the toes and you're up on the toes. This may be all you can do. And maybe the hands, though, maybe you can wrap them right around your knee. Level 2, you may be able to come a little bit farther, maybe raise it slightly off the ground and breathe. And then for level 3, you may want to even come farther up. Could even go into a level 4 if you're here, where you could really feel the squeezing of the stomach and the intestines. And breathe. Let's do 3 full breaths. And now let's inhale. And on the exhalation, lower that right leg down. And then just shake it out. Shake out the toes. Let's do circles with the ankles. Shake out, shake out. Now let's do the opposite side again. Level 1, you may be simply raising the toes up. And maybe your upper body, you're able to hold on to your knee. Level 2, you're going to raise it a little bit farther. And breathe. Level 3, farther up and breathe. And you may be at level 4, tighten, tighten all the way up. Nice full breath. Great, and let go. And now shake out the left leg, and let's make circles with the ankles. Great. And now Let's do both legs if we can. So if you're on level 1, we're going to do the knee to chest pose, but both knees. So here you may just be on your tippy toes. Level 1. Level 2, you may be able to slide a little bit forward on the front of the chair and come into, if you can, probably this is where I would use a block. I put the block under, only one block though, under both feet, and I would raise the legs up as far as I can off of the block without hurting my lower back. And then the next level would be, I'm going to take my heels and I'm going to place them farther up, almost on my chair, and I'm going to squeeze, wrap my arms around both knees and breathe. And you may be on level 4 and you could even bring it farther. And if you like, you can take your forehead and bring it right down to the knees and breathe. And try to relax in the knee to chest pose. And then simply lower both legs down. And let's move our knees by placing the hands on the knees and just making circles. And you're going to have to really step on the ball of the feet as you move around. This is also increasing again the synovial fluid right around the hips. And now reverse. Great. Let's shake out both feet. Let's almost tap them. Tap them right on the ground. Feel, feel, feel. And then tap your heels. And then back on the balls of the feet. Good. And let's shake, 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 shake. Okay. Now, next we're going to do a spinal twist. Now, the spinal twist is wonderful, again, for the rotation of the spine. As we move around, we're going to inhale and then exhale as we come around. Now, again, there's 3 levels of flexibility. So for the spinal twist, let's simply take the left hand and place it outside the right thigh, and then take the right hand and just place it comfortably by the side of your chair and breathe. This would be level 1. Breathe 3 full breaths. Inhale and exhale back around. Now we'll move into level 2. Again, left hand coming right to the upper thigh on the side, and the right hand is going to hug the back of the chair. You're going to look over your right shoulder and breathe. Three nice full breaths. On the third breath, and then you inhale and come back around. We're going to move into level 3. Level 3, take the right hand and really extend it back. And you're going to take the right hand and place it behind you. So you're almost touching your left side body. And again, inhale, exhale, look over your right shoulder and breathe. 3 full breaths. Then on the third breath, a full breath. Then inhale and exhale, come right back around. And let's shake out the shoulders. And now we did it to one side. And now we're going to do to the other, the spinal twist. Remember, yoga means union. So we want to unite the left and the right side to be as compatible as possible. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to the floor. We're going to take the right hand and place it right nice comfortably on the side thigh. You can take the left hand and just let it rest next to your thigh. You're going to inhale and exhale, level 1 for spinal twist, and breathe. Notice your chest, let it be open. Want to sit up in our sitting mountain. Feel those sits bones underneath you. 3 full breaths. And on the third breath, complete it, and then inhale and exhale, come back around. Now we'll move into level 2. Level 2, take the right hand, place it a little bit farther up your side, thigh, and the left hand a little bit farther back. And again, we're going to inhale, and on the exhalation, come fully around and breathe. Nice full breath, inhale and exhaling. With each exhalation, we come a little bit deeper into the stretch. 3 full breaths. And after you finish the third breath, inhale, come back around. That's your level 2. Now moving into the third level of flexibility, we're going to take that right hand again, and if you can, you're going to bring it all the way to the back side of the chair, and the left hand goes simply behind you. And you're going to look over your left shoulder, but let's connect with the breath. Inhale, and on the exhalation, come and look over that left shoulder and breathe. Nice full spinal twist. Those sits bones are grounded in the chair. You don't want to slump over in the spinal twist. You want to remain strong and beautiful, alert posture. And breathe 3 full breaths. The third breath, inhale. And exhale, come fully around. Beautiful. And again, let's shake out the feet by stamping those balls of the feet, the cushiony part, on the floor. And then let's kick up both legs. And now we're going to move into our cool down or relaxation stage. Nice job tonight. I'm so happy everybody joined me. Now we get to relax. Now, one of the ways we can relax is we're going to take blocks and you can put them out in front of you. And then with your blanket, or if you have another block or 2 blankets, you want to take it and you want to put it behind you, and or you could wrap it around you the way I'm going to. Now we're going to get ready for our relaxing time. And this is wonderful. We're going to go into a yoga relaxing pose. So you can place your feet on the blocks and just kind of sit back in the chair. And I'm going to do a basic body scan. And with the scan, when I mention the specific part of your physical body, just bring your mind's eye or your awareness to it. So let's start with closing your eyes. And come back into your chair so you're in nice, relaxed position. And you could slide the blocks out in front of you and just rest your legs, rest your whole body. And let's take a nice full breath. Inhale and exhale. Now just simply listen to my voice, and with your mind's eye, come to that part of the body that I mentioned. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your legs. Nice full breath. Inhale and exhale. Relax your knees, the front of your knees and the back of your knees. Relax. With each exhalation, come a little bit farther into your relaxation. Relax your thighs, your front thighs, and your back thighs. Relax your belly. Relax your hips. Relax your buttocks. Simply relax. With each exhalation, you'll go a little farther into relaxation. Relax your front body, right around your belly button, your rib cage. Relax. Moving around to the back side of your body, relax your spine, section by section, lower, middle, and upper. With each inhalation, come a little farther into relaxation with your exhalation. Relax your chest. Relax every lobe of your lungs. Relax your upper chest. Relax your shoulder blades. Simply relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Come fully into a relaxation. With each exhalation, relax farther. Relax your elbows, your wrists, your right hand and your left hand, in all 10 fingers on both hands. With each exhalation, come a little farther into your relaxation. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck, your front neck and your back neck. Relax all parts of the neck. With each exhalation, come a little bit farther into relaxation. Simply relax your chin. Relax your ears. Relax your mouth. Relax your cheeks on your face. Relax your nose. Relax your eyes and your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. With each exhalation, come a little farther into relaxation. Relax your ears. Relax your head, the top of your head and your whole head. Relax your brain. Relax your whole body. And simply relax and breathe. And taking a nice full inhalation through the nose. Exhale. And begin to come out of the relaxing posture. And just move the body so the sits bones are on the chair. And you can take your feet, if they were on the blocks, and just relax them. And let's take a nice inhalation. Bring the hands right to your heart center. And coming back to our intention, I open to my inner wisdom. And thank you all for joining me this evening. I hope you all feel wonderful and have a great evening. Take care now. We'll see you again soon. Peace be with you.